Heyo, Hipper is not here, Legendary V19, and welcome back to another video, everyone. So, like I'm gonna say, this is gonna be just my opinion, like everybody else's opinion, and I end up on a video of a previous CC by the name VII HIPPER, the one and only person that brought the cruiser type of gameplay with a rudder that will turn right and left faster than you're gonna put yourself up to pick up a controller. But anyway, so in this video I'm gonna say my opinion. Nothing against Hipper or anyone else, is just something that I realize. As I said, I'm also playing for 5 years this game, so I'm entitled to my opinion, and if I want to say it, I'm just gonna say it. And if someone is wrong and I believe something else is better, I'm just gonna say it. So this is gonna be the 5 reasons why Hipper is wrong, and not completely, but I would say my part of it. So number one that he was talking, it was about bad players, and was almost like always blaming wargaming for that, wargaming for this. Trust me, wargaming can only do so much about a skill type of game. So it's impossible for them to fix everything, because it's like saying all of us that are going to school will mean that we all must be smart, so we all must become professors, and that's impossible, There is so many games out there that they have all type of things to show you how to play, and there will still be people that won't have any idea how to play, and some won't even care to learn or anything. So that's normal with every other game. Bad players will always exist. The game has grown a lot, so the gap between bad players and good players have become even bigger than before. And yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Whoever wants to learn the game, he will. If he doesn't want to learn the game, he won't. And if he's not lucky enough, he's probably gonna be on the losing team, because you're gonna be on the team that you're gonna win the game. So that's that. Someone has to win, isn't it? Like sometimes you can be both sides with bad players, and you're gonna be the only one, and there's nothing you can do about it. It happens. Who is lucky is lucky. The game has brought a lot of new people, so not everyone is willing to learn, especially now that we have so many things in the game, because the game has actually improved. So someone coming and says that the game was not improved, or the game is not improving, there's no variety, or whatever, you're wrong. The game has grown so much, there is so much more that we are always asking for it, and quitting is not the answer. I thought I'm about to quit, but there was a point that I decided to quit, but the answer to that was I simply needed a break, and I took it. And yeah, we can all be wrong, but bad players will always exist. Nothing you can do about it. If they're gonna learn, they will. If not, there's nothing you can do. And you're a solo player, so solo players will suffer the most when you have to deal with bad players. Yeah, so the skill-based match that some people they're talking about, you cannot do that, because that's gonna end up being like any other fleet games, which most of the people, they know exactly what they're doing on both sides of the team. And believe me, playing those type of games over and over and over again will eventually burn you out. You need more of a mixture of some good players and some bad players. You cannot have good players on both sides always. You cannot have all 9 people know exactly what to do in the game, because at some point someone has to win, someone has to make a mistake, and in order for that to happen, you need some people to not know exactly what they need to do. Once everybody knows what to do, what's the point to play the game? It's gonna be just a sweat game every single time. Is that what you want? Go for it. You can do it in the training rooms, ask for all the best players in the world to be on the enemy team, put all the best on your team, and see what happens. So damage focus is gonna be number 2 that you talk about. Damage focus on the battleships and any other ship is just another thing of variety, because as we all know, for the last how many years, battleships have been suffered the most. Battleships are always getting worse and worse, So the one time that Wargaming decided to do something for the battleships, of course someone who is enjoying to playing cruisers over and over again will come back and be like, no, I don't like that. I prefer when the battleship they miss every single salvo on my cruiser that we turn right and left in every 1.2 seconds. And you call that normal, but you don't call normal a battleship that is about to take you down with one salvo, which is more normal historically, and it makes sense. You have a ship that rotates every 1.2 seconds or 2 seconds, and you want even more of that? That doesn't make sense. Like, those ships are bigger than my own house, and it doesn't make sense for a ship to turn that fast, and you want more of that. And the battleships, eventually, they have to hit you. What's the point to add more incoming damage or incoming dispersion type of commander? At some point you have to go down, or either the battleship have to go down, and then if that battleship that you're asking for will be on your team and he's gonna miss every salvo on every cruiser that you want him to support you, and he won't be able to shoot him because everything will be missed, because battleships are the one that suffer the most. Is that what you want? No, I want my battleship when I play destroyer, when I play cruiser, I want them to be able to help me. I don't want them to miss every single salvo, and that's the point. We have auto aim, but auto aim doesn't help. You sometimes need some skills to understand when the person will turn left, when he will turn right, when he will stop. There is so many ways to change that, but yeah, there is plenty of things, and yeah, the battleships they suffer the most. You know that yourself as a cruiser player has over 13,000 of cruiser games. Why do you have that? Well, play a battleship and you will understand why. Is it boring? No, it's not boring. And then number 3, silly ships. Well, silly ships is a part of the variety. You need some silly ships. You need some other ships. You need some ships that are collaboration with whatever Wargaming wants to make money, because otherwise the game will be dead. If there's no collaboration, there's no way to make money, the game will never be progressed. And you all, like, not only you, but everyone else wants the game to be progressed. And if they don't make money, the game will never progress. So how can you play one class of cruiser always over 13,000 games because you don't like the other ones and you consider them boring, but then you ask him for more variety of the game? Well, that doesn't make any sense. You have so many classes of ships, so many different type of ships to play, and just because you don't want to play them, that doesn't mean there's no variety. It is, you just don't want to do it. It's as simple as that. And that's just an excuse to, call some ships the silly ships. And there are not that many anyway. So, yeah, that's gonna be that part though. And the other thing is, as you see, there's, I'm gonna give an example as a variety of a battleship, that some battleship they don't have the same type of grouping, dispersion, the angle of the shells that they will traverse. And if you make it even worse, then nothing will be able to hit nothing. Like back in the days, Amagi was a beast, and then they nerfed it, and they just forgot about it. Is that what you want? No, it suffered. So in order for them to fix some battleships that are old, they're not gonna go back and look at each one of them. They will just bring some type of commanders, and whoever wants to do it, they will use those commanders to just make the ship look a little bit better. Is it gonna make it OP? No. There is still chance of you in a battleship just missing every salvo. That still happens even with the best grouping in the game. It will still happens. And another reason why we're talking about variety is the ships that were added in the game recently. Like you see, we have the battle cruisers of the British line. Not the best armor, not the best grouping, different type of playstyle, some torpedoes, deep water torpedoes. You want variety? There is a variety. You cannot have every single time an update that you're gonna want to add the next HE spam cruiser that will have a rudder shift of 2 seconds or 1 second, and then put a legendary mode to make the rudder even not worse but even lower, which is gonna make it better. So then what's the point to even play the game when you shoot somebody and people will think you crazy, but the game will simply won't allow you to hit him because of the type of builds that you put. And nothing against you again, but as you know, guys, every single video is just, oh, a next ship, oh, with an extra rudder shift that goes minus, I don't know, 2 seconds or whatever. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's what you call the definition of boring. That's what I'm calling boring, and not a single variety. That's why other CCs and other people that make all those builds, they still enjoying the game because they play all type of ships. They don't complain that my ship doesn't do that or my ship doesn't do that. I'm getting bored of one ship, I play another one. Now, talking about the bureau, I don't know. I'm done with all of my bureaus. And I did not complain that I don't want to play that ship, or I don't want to play that ship, or I don't want to play this ship, or it takes too long because I have a life. Yes, I have a life, but I can still come home, play the 3 games, either in AI or standard. Most of the time, I prefer to do them on standard. And as you can see, I don't have only cruisers. I have a little bit of everything of the ships that I'm playing. And that's the reason many people are not considering the game that boring anymore. Because the more you play different ships, you have another extra reason to just come back and play more. But if you play only one class of ship and every single time you do the same and your other shift won't be the only way to win a game, but you can, you ask for your teammates to do more, but at the other side, then you ask for Wargaming to make those guys worse by not giving them damage focus type of build. Well, it's a balance. You cannot have all of them. Like there is already commanders for you to put the agile builds, and there's not enough for the other ships. So now it came on the time where we can focus on other ships, we can focus on battleships, we can focus on different type of commanders for battleships. It's a little bit of focus on the battleships, and then at some point it's going to be the destroyers. The destroyers, they got nerfed already. The concealment is not as low as you can put it before. It got so much, different right now, and they don't add any more of those destroyers with a extremely low concealment. There are still builds that you can make a destroyer really dangerous without a concealment. And yeah, there is so many builds that they keep making your ship bad, like battleships. You want to be more accurate? Yeah, you have to, accept the fact that you're gonna get lit on fire with almost every salvo from a cruiser. And what a cruiser has? A cruiser almost has no negatives. All the builds for the cruisers, they're almost on the positive. So that's the variety. The battleships always get punished. The moment you give them something good, you have to give them something bad too. And that's what happens. And yeah, then they decided to make some of the battleships with both good in twice, 3 times, I don't know how many times, either the commander to be with something good, or the ship itself, or the commander choice that you can put on it and make the commander better for any ship that you want to play. And yeah, that's the variety that you asking for. Like I don't understand what kind of variety you want. We want more maps and like more ships. Yeah, eventually they'll add them. I know, if you add all the maps from the beginning, then what's the point? We gotta get used to learning those maps. We still have some type of maps that I'm still struggling, and I still need some time to learn how to, play those maps, find different location that my ship is gonna be in a good position. Yeah, we still have, because I make those type of streams, which are long streams, and I see some maps maybe once in the whole stream. So yeah, we cannot have more maps. Now, back to the back players though. Back players, like we said, we all complain about them every single game because some people they just they will keep doing mistakes over and over again. And to get back on some point that I forgot to mention in the video is the bureau. The bureau, you cannot say that, oh, people who can have the bureau with no effort. No, you see, you don't put any effort, so you don't have most of the bureaus. I put effort, so I have the bureaus. So yeah, that's not a case. If you want to have a bureau, you either wait for 3 years or you work like I do and everybody else does. Thank you everyone, and I hope you have a good day. No offense to you, Hipper, I love you, but that's wrong. There will still be variety, there will still be bad players, still silly ships, because that's the variety of the game. It cannot be all about cruisers, it's gonna be a variety of everything. The game will never be perfect, there's no perfect game out there. If you wanna make a perfect game, make it yourself. So, see you next time everyone. Thanks for listening, that's just my opinion. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a good day everyone.